Okay, good afternoon, good evening, good morning once again, and happy Good Friday to every one of us in this call. Today, I'm very excited to introduce to you another powerhouse really on this call, and this is Khalid Hussein. Khalid Hussein is an ex-Microsoft T that manages the EMEA region. He's an MCT, Microsoft certified trainer, and is also a cloud solution architect. So I guess I am in the house with a knowledge house today, so to say. So he will be taking us on Microsoft Cloud App Security and Microsoft Defender Advanced Threat Protection. So without much ado, we're just trying to wait for some of the people to join. We'll start the call very soon. But before I go on to that, I would like to let every one of us know. Thank you once again for joining us on yesterday. Thank you for the call with Adekunle Dean. It was a very informative session where we had to talk on Azure identity protection. For some of us that were not available on that call yesterday and we didn't get to join in from the beginning, the recording for the call is available. So I think on the chat window, James will be sharing that with us. One of the things also we would like us to be aware of in this is that this call is being recorded, and the reason for the recording, I need to let you know ahead of time, is because we also will want to make this available for any other person that couldn't join in the nearest future. One other thing also that I will be imploring you to do on this call is to, as much as possible, please mute your microphone so as not to distract the presenter. Also, if you have any question, one of the things we will want to do is for us to put our questions on the chat window. James and Adekunle Dean are on ground to answer you as much as possible on any of the questions that you have. Also, we will be posting a form which we will employ you guys to please pick up and then fill those forms. Tell us what we're doing right. Tell us how we can improve, and also help us to know which other topics in the nearest future you want to be treated on this call. Like I said yesterday, this call is just about the community. It's the Microsoft Certified Trainers community, and this is the NAIJA chapter. What we try to do as much as possible is to see how we can foster knowledge among the community and also on IT professionals who are very passionate about what they do. So without much ado, I'm going to leave the floor over to Khalid, and I hope all of us are going to find this very interesting at the end of the day. Over to you, Khalid.
Thank you very much, guys, and welcome from Germany. As he introduced me, that I am background. Last role I was working with Microsoft Middle East and Africa, and then I moved to the Dublin office. So this modern workplace stack is my core area. So I worked a lot in South Africa, Gulf, Jordan, North African region. So I was taking care of that with customers. So today we will start, and I will try to show you guys that how we can leverage best practices with Microsoft Cloud App Security and Microsoft Advanced Threat Protection. So before moving, I know everyone knows that technically these products, but I just want to let you guys know that Microsoft having one offering that is identity and threat protection. If you have some customers, if you are customers, you can leverage that. That CQ is quite cheaper. That is in just 12 euros, dollars, sorry. Identity and threat protection E5 security CQ. So don't think that how I can buy this, just for understanding that Microsoft make it more easier for us. So let's deep dive into that. First of all, I will go in concept building, that what kind of the problems we're gonna solve with these two things, and what is the background of the IT, how it's shifting from existing IT to the next level. And then I have hands-on demos. I will jump into the products directly. I will not stay on much slides. So let's see. So first of all, as you guys know that there is no marketing slides. I don't have any much data, just for concept building. First of all, we have to understand that in the IT, either we are working locally, in the office, remote. We need to think into the new direction, especially in this crisis days. This is our on-premise environment, and we are using the users, devices, apps, data. And if you don't have right now any extendable method to work or connect your users from home, then your IT is totally flop. And when your users are working from different remote locations, how you can make security on the top, that's really, really important. Let's say if your devices are in the office, you can handle it. You can look after all the things that are ready to go. And yeah, but when your users are sitting across the country, they are not coming to the office, they are connecting from different internet, and some internets are slow, some are shared, some are dedicated, some are good with speed. So there is situation is totally different now. And then we have to look that we are using cloud applications, SaaS applications, and those applications are not applications which you can control. Those applications, others, personal usage, professional usage, everyone is using the many, many applications inside the environment. And that you cannot understand right away. You need to go in one dedicated approach that you can look into that on your machines, what they are using, which type of the websites they are accessing, everything you have to look after that. Because without that knowledge, your IT is flop. So as a concept, productivity, collaboration, sharing data, blah, blah, that is looks super cool. But secure productivity is the real business value for the customers, for as an end user, for the companies. So in the meanwhile, we are using mobile applications. We're using personal devices inside our environment. That's a real lethal point. You know, I can explain it. I was talking to my customers always. Still, I am working with public sector and EPG customers. People want to do IT in the non-IT environments. That's the thinking, that's a mindset behind every person on this planet. They are sitting in train, they are sitting in aeroplane, they are sitting in bus, car, cinema, anywhere, they are sitting in the kitchen. They want to access their IT. Let's say I was working with Microsoft and one of my colleagues from Jordan, he was flying to US and he texted me on Teams. I said, man, where are you? I'm in the flight. Oh gosh, you are going to the US and you're talking to me. That's how IT is transforming day by day, day by day. And we have to be realistic that we need to meet the expectations of the people. But on the top, we have to think in the security and compliance. On the other end, very deep dive. Being administrators, being IT service management, that responsibility comes on us. End user wants IT in the non-IT environments. That's a one line. That's it. And we are using organizational identities. We are using social engineering identities in the same time. You know, many people are using Zoom. I'm not against the Zoom. I just shared you guys what's buzz going on in the market. So IT looks like this. So we have to solve this riddle. In this riddle, you are using on-premise environment, you are using cloud, you are using remote, you are using different offices, B2B, B2C. So IT looks like complex. On the top, you have to have some workloads or controls that you can detect that what's going on inside your environment and what's going on inside your on-premise environment and how your users are coming to your environment and how to allow them access RBAC, privileged access management, data protection, DLP, managed access, unmanaged access. You have to think on the many fronts. The first thing that we have to go with Azure Active Directory, and you guys did the session yesterday on the top cloud app security. Will collaborate with Azure Active Directory. I can show you guys that how use cases we can build. Now, I will move quickly from this. That we need to know that who is accessing the data, and your accounts are okay, compromised or not. Where your user is from. Let's say I will tell you guys one cool story that I worked with one multinational company here. And you know, what's the behavior of the people thinking? Let's say if I'm a user of that company, the hackers, bad guys, picking up their email alias, you know, first name, last name at the right company name, company domain name, and that company implemented identity protection policies. And the bad guys, someone sitting somewhere, I don't know, I don't want to name the countries, they're just typing 3, 4, 5 times and that user cannot work. That is another direction of thinking. Where user is based. If that company did not allow those users to work from those countries, and if you ask someone that please try this username 4, 5 times out of some distant countries, the user of that boss top management is blocked. Done. Go. And they have to call again to the IT. So this is also another side of the picture. When you come to the customers, they will give you the real use cases and problems. And which application you want to access. I will show you guys the real use case that you can block applications with risky applications with single click using Cloud App Security and Microsoft Defender ATP. I can show you guys how to do that. And then you have to check that device is healthy, managed, or botnet. I will show you guys that I prepared one use case that you cannot download your data from unmanaged devices. Cloud App Security will take care of that in the real time. Now, and what data is being accessed? Is that data is classified or not? You have to look, that you have to define how you wanna structure your data. So might be you guys know that Microsoft rolled out sensitivity labels for Teams, for SharePoint sites, for Active Directory groups as well. Let's say Active Directory Office 365 groups, you want to create that. Teams, you want to create that. You can apply sensitivity labels directly to your sites. And Cloud App Security will take care of that. And then next, how you can simplify access to your applications and the devices. You know that people are struggling with the passwords. Might be, this could be the information for you guys. I'm talking with my customers, let's say 10 to 15%. This is my analysis or my knowledge. People losing budget just to maintain the IT, passwords, management, help desk tasks. That you have to make it more streamlined and more flexible. I just want to skip the rest ones. And then how to protect your administrative credentials. Let's say you have any privileged credentials. Let's say you have any credentials you are storing on something, credentials against the pass the hash, pass the ticket. That is a big topic, but we have to look in this Cloud App Security, take care of that identity protection also on the top. So now I just want to show you guys that how hackers come inside our environments, how kill chain process works. Then I will go to security and I will show you that which parameters, which areas we have to look. If you have any question, please feel free to ask. Then I will start on the kill chain process. Any question, please, until here. Okay, so I'm going to talk about now kill-chain process, how hackers come inside the environment, because that's really important to understand that where we are doing the mistakes actually. In the kill-chain process, bad guys, hackers, attackers, and especially now threats comes from the insiders internally. I work with few customers who are totally hacked and hackers put them on the road due to the insiders. I don't know, I cannot disclose the details more, but I just told you that I know the companies. They do the external recce. Let's say I am an end user, and let's say Samer Edward is one guy who is my help desk manager. Okay, and my machine is compromised, and hacker will go into my machine, and they will go directly into the administrator and local security authority, and they will check there is some hashes. They find out the hashes, and those hashes they will use to go for the least privilege and compromise credentials, and they try to go for administrator, and they do the recce. Let's say they get the credential hash of Samer Edward. He's my help desk manager, and they get his hash that is stored on my machine, and they try to do some remote executions, and then they go to the domain and domain controllers, and then they do some domain dominance, lateral movements, and remote execution again through PowerShell. They try to attack something, they replicate DNS, DHCP, or directory services to somewhere else. Or they're trying to connect some machines, or they adding some users in highly sensitive groups to breach your privilege escalation, and then they get your assets exfiltration or ransomware, and then their mission is done. So actually, this is complete kill chain process works behind the scene that we really need to understand in the security posture. So I just want to explain Cloud App Security in this one slide, and then I will just explain ATP, Microsoft Defender ATP. Then I will jump into hands-on demo side. Okay, so Microsoft Cloud App Security, as I mentioned, Microsoft Cloud App Security is a cloud broker solution that Microsoft offering as a SaaS in the cloud. And Microsoft Cloud App Security actually works with Azure Active Directory, with Intune, with DLP, with threat intelligence, with endpoint detection and response, with Microsoft Defender ATP, or Office 365 ATP, with Azure ATP, all kind of signals Microsoft is correlating inside the Cloud App Security at one-stop shop. So keep in mind, some people think that where I can set up the control that they will prevent some actions. That is a one-stop for Cloud App Security. Here you can discover, you can investigate, and you can analyze, and then you can set up policies, and you can get the alerts. This will give you the complete picture of your environment, that what's going on inside your environment. And the second topic, Microsoft Defender ATP, that I will try to cover that. In Microsoft Defender ATP, Windows Defender ATP, now new name is Microsoft Defender ATP. The power in this solution is now, you can use this with Linux, with Windows, with Mac, any kind of the OS you can use with that, but latest distributions. Yesterday, I got the query that some customers ask, okay, we want to use it with network devices. No, you cannot use. You need to have Ubuntu or Red Hat Enterprise, latest Linux. You cannot use with Unix or older versions of distributions, no. So Microsoft Defender ATP is very, very powerful, and there is tons of controls you can configure as an endpoint detection and response, auto investigation, that is very powerful feature. In that, advanced hunting and the next generation protection, cloud protection, and attack surface reduction. So just for better understanding, I want to share you guys one update that Microsoft rolled out group policies replica in the cloud, that is administrative templates. So you can configure so many things at attack surface reduction level using Microsoft 365 Intune with that. So that will be really helpful. Sometimes some people just want to use cloud, they can go with the cloud. So people just trying to keep connected hybrid AD join or something like that to just to implement their group policies. So Microsoft bring group policies. You can configure lots of attack surface reductions and these areas security with cloud administrative templates. Okay, guys. So this was a baseline for our lecture today. So I will jump into now environment. So sorry, this is a cloud app security, and this is Microsoft Defender ATP. So here I have few machines. This is my machine is connected. I can show you guys. This is my machine that is connected with Microsoft Defender ATP. And if I go back in 6 months, so I have more machines, so I can see all the details here. So where I can start now, let's see. I will start with the Microsoft Defender ATP. I can show you guys, then I can jump because more topics in cloud app security. Okay, how to start with Microsoft Defender ATP? Actually, if you like to play in the big picture, you can have this demo environment that is Microsoft demo environment, and you can use it with your partner-led tenant. So yeah, you can use this. There is labs are available. You can use this, all these details, different parameters, you can test it here. Okay, let's start with Microsoft Defender ATP. With Microsoft Defender ATP, the first task, how to onboard the machines. I can show you guys, this is the onboarding. And here in the onboarding, you can have all kind of Linux servers, Windows 8.1, server 2008 R2 plus anything you can connect it with. This is Linux, so you can have it. What kind of area you want to connect it with? Mac, Linux, Windows. So now people just claiming in the past that Microsoft providing only for Windows. That's not right now. It's not so correct. Okay, so if you wanna offboard, then you can do with this offboarding. And then I will show you something more. Sorry. There is advanced features. Must look into this. Turn on all these features. This is automated investigation. I can give you guys one use case automated investigation, how it works. Live response, allow or block files. I want to show you that you can connect this with Cloud App Security. You can connect this with Azure Information Protection, Secure Score. You can connect this with Intune and Preview Features Plus. And one thing more, that is Microsoft Threat Intelligence. Microsoft Threat Intelligence covers with ATP and Plus. So you can turn on all these connections. Actually, that is real power. You know, I know many customers using Bitdefender, so many other products. I like that. Microsoft was not so strong in security space 5 years ago, but now Microsoft is a leader in the security because correlation of the data. You can have the dashboards here with Power BI. So you can pull it through APIs. Then Microsoft will give you the complete connector, so you can bring in the data. And this is general data retention. Please be careful. Let's say if Microsoft provides only US, UK, and Europe. Due to compliance reasons, ask your customers when you are setting up, you have to choose this first, and then you can keep data for your machines over the 180 days. And this is the alert notification. You can add alert rules, and you can add recipients here. So these are the settings mainly you can do. That is baseline. If I start talking just on this, it will take full session. Sorry. This is a machine list which you onboarded. As I mentioned that I bring this machine onboarded with that. I can show you guys later. Let's say there is a alert queues, so you can get all alerts. This is one alert. I get it. It's a high severity that my users trying to access that application is being blocked. And here is the automated investigation and center. So I'm gonna give you guys one example. Let's say I get malicious email on my Hotmail in this application that is not corporate. That email lands on this machine. This machine is connected with Windows Defender ATP. So that email pattern, Microsoft knows that already in the worldwide in the security graph. And Microsoft Defender ATP get that signal and they automatically kill that process completely in just 3-4 seconds and done. That's actually the real power in Microsoft Defender ATP, that you can take care of that. That you don't need to, let's say if you are using some other solutions, I'm not against any solution. I am totally customer-centric professional. I'm not, where Microsoft is not doing well, I'm be vocal. So let's say if you are using some proof point or something others, and then you are using Bitdefender and they don't talk to each other, that's not a value for you. No way. The both endpoints need to be connected, need to be correlate data, and how faster they can kill that attack. That's actually the real business, real use case. And then you have advanced threat hunting. And you can have a great reporting. You can get all kind of the reports here. Alert status. And sorry, machine health. You can get all graphics. So you can choose, you can filter down, narrow down your searches also in the reports. And web protection, if you enable it, again, partner connection is needed. So this is actually Microsoft Threat and Vulnerability Management. Microsoft gives you the picture that what kind of network resources are some settings you need to configure. If you did not, then you must have to look into that. Into the security recommendations, there is so many security recommendations. Let's say encrypt all BitLocker supported drives. Turn on tamper protection, because we don't know as a human. Let's say in the Windows 10, there is 2000 settings. I don't know how many settings I configured, what are the value for me. I just configure mainly which is asked being a professional to me. That's it. But in this system, you can get more flexibility, you can get more power. I can show you if you like to have, this is security.microsoft.com. So you can have it. Secure score. So identity is also improvement action. So you can, because secure score is also getting data out of that. So then you can filter it out and you can check for the devices and apply. And then you can, no, it's not available yet, but you can search down, you can drill down your data based on the different areas. So you can check that and you can mark as a compliant, because this is one-stop shop for Microsoft Secure Score, as I mentioned, that when you go inside advanced settings, there you can enable connector to Secure Score in this side. And software inventory, so you can look at what's being installed on your machines. You can get it here. And weaknesses, Microsoft give you the picture also. So you have to look. So that's Microsoft Defender ATP, but now I'm going to switch Cloud App Security, and then we can see the combinations and use cases with Microsoft Defender ATP. So if someone likes to play with it, there is use cases and simulation tutorials also available. I can show you guys these all simulation backdoor PowerShell scripts with the fileless attack. You can try it out at your own. If you are partners, just go in CDX. I can write down cdx.transform.microsoft.com. Go on this link and use your partner credentials and get this environment for 3 months. So you can try it out this. And if you like to show something high level, Microsoft provide you this simulation lab plus. So you can have this lab completely and you can set up and then you can do the hunting. Microsoft provide you the 3-4 virtual machines in the cloud. So if you like to have it. So this is Microsoft Defender ATP way out. So you can, I can show you, we can go to the drill down also, but I just wanna give you the introduction how to start it with. Actually, there is so many use cases I will go into that. Sorry. So let's jump into the Cloud App Security. How to start with Cloud App Security? Cloud App Security, as I mentioned, it's really, really powerful because it's a centralized control plane for all other products: endpoint, identity, DLP, Azure Information Protection, Intune, Azure Security Center, Secure Score, threat intelligence, all kind of components send data directly to the Cloud App Security. How to connect it with? Go in the settings. Here is the settings. In the settings, let's say you can connect Microsoft Defender ATP directly from here with Cloud App Security. One thing. You can connect Cloud App Security with Azure Information Advanced Threat Protection. Okay. And you can connect Cloud App Security with Azure Information Protection to get sensitivity levels on the top. Yeah, this is actually the way that you have to start. You can set up your organizational details. If you like to add default mail settings, no reply or custom, you can use that. You can export the settings, core metrics, reports. If you have continuous deployment, automatic upload, so you can check that also. So this is actually the start point with Cloud App Security from the settings. And then I like to go in security extensions. If you like to connect third party or something, Sentinel, I connected this with Sentinel, and someone likes to see Sentinel just as a picture, as a view, I can just show you because I connected with Cloud App Security. So this is actually Sentinel preview. That is a cloud-based SIEM solution. So that's actually the real power, that you can connect all endpoints in one ecosystem. That's actually just a view of the Sentinel. I will not go into the Sentinel actually. In external DLP, if you have any DLP with the Symantec or something other vendors, so you can just go ForcePoint, Symantec, or other things you can connect it with. That's not a big deal. You can automate lots of security parameters using Microsoft Flow with Cloud App Security. That's also doable. Okay. And then I think let's go and we can do something or more. Okay. First of all, this was a kick point, start point, that which configurations you need to configure right away. And then now I go to this, because as I mentioned in the start that Cloud App Security works on the 4 principles: discovery, investigation, control, and alerts. Anyone having question, please feel free to ask. You guys can stop me. I am happy to answer you guys if you have any question. If it's fine, then I can start with that. Okay. Sorry. So I will start with discovery. Let's say you have on-premise environment, and inside the on-premise environment, I see that let's say I'm using Cisco Iron Port. I'm getting this kind of data. So you can onboard your on-premise proxy firewalls logs to the Cloud App Security. Let's say I go to discovery. You know, I'm not saying that Microsoft is biased or not or something like that. No, because Microsoft is evaluating all applications which are being used inside your environment based on certain criteria. So Microsoft set up score 0 to 10. So let's go narrow down. Let's say I'm saying that 0 to 4 could be not good applications. I will go in these applications because these applications from the logs, Cloud App Security detected that being used inside your environment. How to check that? Let's say this is Oxygen Cloud, that is public storage, is used by my users inside my environment. These are all parameters Microsoft is evaluating. These are not Microsoft oriented things. These compliance are generic, worldwide, globally acceptable with everyone. You know, if you fulfill as maximum these legal compliance and security certifications, then you have higher risk score. If you don't meet, then you have less. So you have to decide that, okay, if this, let's say if I'm sitting in Germany and this application is not compliant with GDPR, and it obviously it's not my application, why my users are using this? I have to take the action on the top. So let's say I go more narrow down to you see, this is TVK application, let's say. And I look into this application. This is a collaboration. People are using Zoom or Hangout or something else, but you have to look at how this application behaves, which compliance or security and legal and general requirements they meet. It's not meeting anything. So it's problem for us. I just clicked here, TVK, that I set to Cloud App Security because Cloud App Security and Microsoft Defender ATP, they talk to each other. I said, I don't want that my users can access this kind of application from my environment. And let's say this is my user who is not on the network as I defined. He's working from home. Okay, this is his machine. Okay, let's go and type, let's say, tvk.org. Hit enter, done. He cannot access that website because just on the one click is being blocked by your administrator taking action on Cloud App Security, and user cannot access that. That's actually correlation power. I just did this action on Cloud App Security. Cloud App Security informed to Microsoft Defender ATP, and Defender ATP take the action on this. It said, no, you cannot access this. Sorry. That's actually the real power. And you don't know how many applications, how many website links your users are accessing inside your environment. Here you can see with the discovery that how many applications your users are using. And then discovery of the resources. So you can check discovery of the resources. You can get IP addresses which is being used. So IP address, this is a date today, and this is 10.0.1.5. This is my IP address of this machine. So might be I can show you guys. This is the action I get on my Windows 10 in the Cloud App Security, and Microsoft Defender ATP give me the trail completely that I use this live event, and this is happening. It gives me the complete picture that what's going on inside my environment. So if I like to open incident page, I can go, because I used this 1 day ago, so data will be updated very soon. So I can check which machine is infected with this. This is a machine. I can get the evidences, and I can get the complete graph. That's actually power of Cloud App Security and Microsoft Defender ATP. It detects in the real time that what's going on inside your environment and how to take the action on the top. Okay. So I go back into the cloud discovery, and then you can check sorry, your users. You can get details of your users, and you can get machines also. That this is my machine, and you can click on this machine, and you can check that which application is being used on this machine. So you can know this, and then user history, who logged in on this machine. This is the users. And what is IP address history? You can get complete trail, complete environment, because this data is coming from Microsoft endpoint users via this connector. As I mentioned, that Microsoft is sending this connector.
Hi, Khalid. Sorry to jump in to break you. I have a quick question for you on this one before you proceed. So this result or report we have on this this one you just showed us just now, where we can explore the machine, the computer, see which application is running on the computer. Does that computer has to be joined to the domain, or it doesn't matter? Is it compulsory for that system to be joined to the domain? Yeah.
This one or this one? This dashboard or this dashboard?
Yeah.
Which one you are talking about?
The last one, the one you just showed now, that you said you now click on the machine name, and you said we can also click on the machine name, see the applications that are running on the machine.
It depends upon you that it's better to have domain joined, either cloud, either cloud join, or either locally machine join. It's up to you. And if you deployed onboarding agent on that machine you can see here.
Okay, I think it's clear now. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks.
Because sometime I connect my Surface Book. Surface Book is not connected with any domain, and this machine is connected with this domain controller. Actually, this is my domain controller is running. So you can connect machine without domain, with domain. It's your choice, but it could be better impact that if you join domain with Azure AD or local Active Directory or hybrid join, that could be the best idea, that you can get better results on the top. And if you have personal machine, onboard that, you can see it here. Okay, so guys, this is machines, and you can analyze environments also with different reports as well. And now we can jump into activity logs, something deeper in cloud app security. So let's say we can analyze complete our file structure. And let's say if I want to analyze that file contains PCI detected informations. So I can go into my environment and I can check that this is a file. I just go completely here and I check who is the collaborator, where it is coming from. So I can take the action directly from the cloud app security. And then I will check hierarchy that where it is coming from, this document. This document is coming from here. As I mentioned, you can take the action directly from here and you can apply the classification on this and you can mark it as a confidential for the finance, apply, done. Metadata will be pushed to those files automatically via your system. And these are the users. Let's say I logged in from on this client. So it detects in the real time that user logged in, and then you can get complete details because it's authenticated against the domain, and you can get complete trail, everything inside user page. And if you like to see the user page, you can have better visibility also. So this is actually the user page. I know some countries don't allow to track the users, but it's not a tracking their personal activities. It's a business tracking system. That's really important. So you can check view related own files, which this user owns those files somehow. You see all files you can bring here, just in the one click. Take the actions, view related alert with this user, and then you can see view the file shared with this user. So you can get one stop, just one click and go for that. Please, someone open the voice, mute yourself, please. Okay. Another use case. Okay. So another use case, let's say inside the cloud in Azure Active Directory, I configured that this on-premise user, he's working as a manager for finance. I don't want to let him to download or do any activity offline from the unmanaged devices. So I configured one policy for this user using conditional access. So I said block downloads for users. So I put two users. Let's say this is on-prem and advanced, these two users. And then I rerouted, block the downloads using reverse proxy method with cloud app security. I redirected traffic for this user to that and I turned it on. Let's do and check the behavior, how it goes actually. So let's say, sorry, this is my user. Kindly mute yourself, please. Okay, this is a user. So I like to log in with the user one @ microtex.day. And then I will enter password for this user. Let's say this user is working, trying to connect outside of the office. He's in the office now. Let's say he tried to access his office and then he can get this kind of message. And for this user dedicatedly, I set up the settings that you cannot download anything. So if I try to download this, it's blocked because you can see the address mssharepoint.com.us.cas.m because it's going in the real time from Cloud App Security and download blocked by your organization due to the security reasons. They don't allow you to download anything from unmanaged devices. You can get this warning message and plus this text message also. You see, original file name document, this and file was blocked since it contained the data that is not allowed to download. So that's end user remote workers you can protect in the real time. Okay. Sorry. So now I jump back into the Cloud App Security again. These are the security configurations. So you can connect this with the Azure Security Center. You can get all visibility of your My Visual Studio Enterprise. There is a 3 machines are running, so you can get analysis from here also. And you can connect Amazon also with it, but it's nothing connected. So let's say if you like to connect it with, then obviously you need something more. What is more? So you can connect with Amazon, with Box, with Dropbox, G Suite, G Cloud, Okta, Salesforce, any kind of popular cloud vendors you can connect it with. That's actually the real power of Cloud App Security. You can take the actions on the top. And this is, yeah.
That's another question. So the Cloud App Security, is it
I cannot hear you well.
Is it from Azure? Hello?
Yeah. Yes.
All right. The Cloud App Security, is it a feature that you get off of the Azure platform?
It depends that Cloud App Security, it's not connected with that. But in my tenant, I have M365 E5 and plus I have the subscription also. So it's connected. So you have to connect it with.
Okay, so maybe my question should be, if we were to get started with the Cloud App Security, how do we go about like buying? Do you buy the license or?
Yeah, you have to buy. You have to buy the license. Actually, I can explain it very quickly with the whiteboard.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I can explain with the whiteboard. Sorry. So in Cloud App Security, you can get as a add-on, number 1, on the top of Office 365 or M365 services. You can get it as a full-fledged Microsoft 365 E5. Number 3, you can get, as I mentioned, there is a identity and threat protection E5 CQ. So yeah, there is a 3 ways as an add-on. I don't know, double check with Microsoft. It's 2 years I left. E5, yes. With this E5 identity and protection, it comes with the $12. And here you can get CASB, Azure ATP, Windows Defender ATP, Microsoft Defender ATP, and Office 365 ATP. This is a new bundle, and it's cheaper and more power in it. Because this costs 57 around. So it does not make sense to upgrade everything to E5. So it's better to get value with this, and rest you can use your component. So there is a 3 ways: add-on, M365 E5, or identity and threat protection E5 security.
All right, thank you.
Okay. So you can get identity and security posture. Let's say that's actually the real power, because this is my domain controller is running on the top, and it detected that on your domain controller there is a print explorer service is running, which attackers can exploit to access on my domain controller. So they give me the real-time visibility for my domain controllers that on this domain controller, this domain, this service is running. This service should not be running on this machine. That's how people having better control access with Cloud App Security. Cloud App Security actually taking care of so many aspects. And then the real thing is that mostly mostly components from Microsoft workloads are just giving us visibility, analyzation, good dashboards, but Cloud App Security take the action on the top. Okay. Let's say we have some file policy. We want to configure this file policy. And in the file policy, you are going to share with unauthorized domain. That is your competitor. And in that competitor, let's say, you can type the runtime. It's not a problem. Cloud App Security will take care of that. So let's say you have a competitor like this, and that is not available in this. You can add in the runtime. Go. Okay. Access level. And then you can set up location or collaborators. You can apply the classification. Okay. Cloud App Security or Azure Information Protection. So then you can see all sensitivity labels. Please apply internal. That's it. If someone is trying to share data to this domain, and that data will automatically mark with the internal, go. You don't need to worry about that. And then in the governance mode, so you can see that there is so many things you can choose. Let's say remove all external automatically. It looks like Exchange transport rules when we are sending the emails. And you can put that user in the quarantine. And then you can apply, let's say, if you don't want to do this, then you can remove the collaborators or something like that. So you can choose that also, because we already applied classification there. So you can apply classification also. In the same way, you can go with the SharePoint settings. And if you connected with Amazon Cloud, you can manage S3 buckets also, Dropbox, everything in one control for the file policies. That's actually the real power inside the Cloud App Security. And now I go to a few other policies, and then we can wrap up our session. And let's say if someone is trying to download, we can go for other activities. Let's say access activities. Someone is trying to share privilege escalation to policies, other devices. You can block them immediately with customized message. And then you can send the alert or something with that, and you can create Microsoft Flow Power Automate also with that. So you have lots of templates here inside the Cloud App Security. Let's say mass downloading, very new, let's say Zoom is very popular application these days. And if that is detected, then you have to look into that. A risky application, so many templates Microsoft introduced inside your environment, so you can use and you can make your environment better. And last thing is alerts. So you can choose the alerts. You can take the action on the top. Let's say through Cisco Iron Port on premise, my users are accessing some data, and there is a one application. That application is discover application security is breached. When you can get social, you don't. I think you cannot find such kind of compliance and legal activities with Facebook except Cloud App Security. That I like it. If you like to unsanction this application, Just mark it. Are you sure you want to block the cloud application Facebook? Go and block that inside your environment. No one can access your Facebook inside your environment. Okay. So I think that's all from my side. I tried to explore all endpoints, all the things in 1 hour. If you have any question, please feel free to ask.
Very well. Thank you so much, Khalid. Question, please. I'm sure all of us will agree that this is a real, the session is really informative. I mean, I can get to see a lot of things myself that I thought maybe I knew cloud as security, but I think I'm seeing some of that things that I can go and implement real quick. Now, the emphasis, like we said, is not about, okay, we just want to put, I mean, we're trying to make sure that even as we keep safe, like I said, even in my invites, as we stay safe, stay protected also. So we're trying as much as possible. There is the increase. It is unavoidably clear that users will have to work from home, work with machines that may not even be domain joined, might just be their own personal systems. But how is your data, the organization data, are they protected? Are they safe with those users? So this is why we're driving all of this. Thank you, Khalid. Please, do we all have questions? I guess someone, I think somebody was, do we still have question? There was a question that I saw earlier on, or maybe one was asking what's role access do I, oh, okay, you know, the person was typing personally to me, okay, that what role access do I require to do this, to be able to do, and I guess it's the compliance. You have to be a compliance administrator for you to be able to work with cloud app security. Khalid, you can correct if
Yes. I can, sorry, I can just share you very quickly, because if you want to use the cloud app security, please be sure there is a protection.office.com and there is audit logs. You have to enable it first, otherwise you cannot access any data of Office 365 in cloud app security. If you are new, then go in the search audit logs and go in this tab, and here you can enable it. It will take 24 hours. And then in the cloud app security, sorry, app connectors, and then you can see Office 365 is connected with your cloud app security. Otherwise, you cannot get the data. Okay, that's very, very important topic. Sometimes when you set up new environments, you see cloud app security is shit. But on the other end, we did not enable audit log searching here. And then you can search all kind of logs. Let's say if you like to search for the teams, everything, you can go with that. And one more thing and last thing I really like to share you guys. There is a Teams Manager.
Yeah.
That's just, I'm not going to do any marketing, anything. Just it's for you guys. This is Teams Manager, especially it's very cool product. I yesterday explored.
Yes, I came across it yesterday myself.
Yeah, so you can have approval system, everything in it. Okay.
That's cool.
And good luck, guys. Thank you very much. And I hope it's a useful session for you guys. And
somebody wanted to be on mute. I think Shay wants to be on mute to ask a question. Am I right? Actually, we did not mute anybody. So let me do this. Maybe Shay, can Shay? Do you want to say something, Shay? Oh, sugar. I don't think we did unmute you. Okay. Okay, all right then. Thank you so much, Khalid. We really appreciate the session. And for every one of us on the call, if you have any other questions you want us to answer, because undoubtedly this session has been very, very informative. We're glad to have Khalid on this call. He just saw what we're doing and he just said he wanted to share the knowledge. Khalid, we're really grateful for this time. taking out time to be with us and taking out time to explain this, go into depth into it. We are so grateful for that. If we still have any other questions, please put it on the chat windows. We will get as much as possible, compile and send over to you. The recording for this session will be available once again. Just we get across to every one of us to share the link to the recording with us. Also, kindly please fill the evaluation form. Tell us what are we doing, what else you want us to do, and if there are other topics you want us to treat, we will be willing to treat it with you. Thank you so much. And Khalid, once again, we're grateful for this very, 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 very impacting and informative session.
If you guys want more sessions or something, like to plan another time, I'm happy to help you guys. I really love to empower our people. That's it. This is my passion.
Definitely. Definitely. Thank you so much.
Thank you. God bless you.
Bye. And you too. Okay, bye-bye.